If I asked you, what is the most complex code that you can crack? You may say a Rubik's Cube, or quantum physics, or maybe even your toddler's bedtime routine. But no, not a machine, not a puzzle, not a mystery. The most complex code is your own mind. It's your own patterns, it's your own truth. Well, I'm Arti Shirish. I have worked in the field of employee relations for over 15 years with people across the globe. My professional journey has been a continuous exploration. From the boardrooms to Zoom meetings, which were odd hours, bless the time zones. I have had an opportunity to engage, to observe, and to learn the subtle nuances of human behavior. How we grow, how we connect, how we complicate each other, how we respond to a same situation differently. And in all this, if I have learned one thing, it is people are fascinating. Not because they are predictable, but because they are not. Because each one of us is running an invisible code. And let's be honest, most of us have no idea who wrote that code. Let me take you to a moment which made my code crack wide open. We were in Israel. My husband, our two daughters, and me on a vacation. We had just arrived. We had exciting plans for next 15 days. We were soaking in the sun and the sand and the beaches, the shakshuka. And that day we were exhausted. We slept in peace, thinking and dreaming about the hummus and the history tours, and also starting our day with champagne in the morning. And then the morning happened. It was 7th October 2023. The sand had turned into sirens. We woke up to this loud wailing sound. At first, I genuinely thought, wow, the locals go all about celebrating their festivals. It was a Jewish festival that day. Turns out, it was not a celebration. It was war. While I was just trying to process that what's happening, I realized that in the hotel lobby, a lot of people were rushing towards the same direction. I wondered what they were going. They were getting into shelters. What shelters? What shelters? Yes, the bomb shelters. We were supposed to be getting into bomb shelters as soon as the sirens blow. We followed them, panicking, our hearts racing, holding each other. And in the middle of all this chaos, I saw her, a woman, calm as a monk, sipping vodka. Yes, vodka at 8 a.m. in the morning, with a trail of 7 children behind her. Not 1, not 2, 7. One of them even had her face painted as a cat. She looked very cute, around 5 to 6 years old. I observed her for a while, couldn't stop myself, went and asked her, "May I please ask, how can you be so chill?" She looked at me, zen, gave a very warm gaze, smiled, and said, "Darling, why worry about something we can't control? Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Let's live the moment." And that's when it hit me. She was not just surviving the moment. She was rewriting it. And that's what real decoding is all about. Real decoding is not about only understanding your fears. It's about choosing to respond. It's about rewriting the code which you don't even know that you're running and following. We all carry codes. Our codes are various. Biologists say that our codes are the DNA, the ACGT, but the major codes that we carry are the emotional, the cultural, the mental codes. The question is, who wrote that for us? Who programmed that for us? Who programmed that for me? For you, and for you. Who wrote that code for you? Society wrote some of it. Some of it may have been written by a very, very enthusiastic aunt who thought she knew everything about your future. Family adds a few lines, and culture installs the entire framework. We all are coded. We all are handed over the codes like a USB drive. Plug it, play it, accept it, and don't ask. Don't ask questions. The sun rises in the east. Is it true? Yes. It's a universal truth. Wrong. The sun does not rise or set. The earth rotates. Basically and technically, the sun is just chilling. We are the ones who are spinning like a confused top. Often, the truth which is handed over to us, and I repeat, often the truth which is handed over to us is the belief which was never questioned. Let's take this one. Hard work leads to success. Hard work is important. Hard work builds character. Hard work builds discipline. But if hard work was alone guaranteeing success, then wouldn't a mason, a laborer, and daily wage worker will be the most successful and richest people of the world? They work harder than all of us. And all of us will ever do, maybe. They work day in and day out. They work without breaks, without air conditioner, sometimes without a coffee. We are told to believe. We are given a code. Work hard and it will all work out. Sometimes working smart is important. And sometimes not working over a bad coffee, but that's a story for a different time. We live in a world which is obsessed with changing the external. New jobs, new diets, new partners, new iPhone every 11 months, upgraded one. We forget that the real transformation begins from inside. Like this Chinese bamboo tree. The first year that you sow the seed, you see no result. The second year, still nothing. The third year, nothing. The fifth year, the neighbors think that you are watering an imaginary dream. But the sixth year, you see an 80 feet tall bamboo in just 66 weeks. Just 60 days and between 60 days and 6 weeks. The question is, what was this doing all this while? Was it doing nothing? It was doing the inner work, which was quiet. It was building its foundation. It was building its foundation strong enough to be able to support its future, I think, which was a very tall future. That's how inner work looks like. Inner work is quiet. Inner work is invisible. Inner work does not show up. You may not get likes for inner work. You may not get, it may not be Instagrammable or glamorous. You may not have a deep work glow up filter. And you may not even have a before and after reel. Inner work is quiet, it is invisible, but it's powerful. It's the most important thing that you will ever do. Inner work sometimes is conscious and sometimes could be unconscious. I will give you my example. When I was 12, living in a middle-class family. Life was simple. We didn't have Netflix, but we had DD National, and we had the Sunday Rajma Chawal for those who resonate with the Sunday Rajma Chawal. We didn't have Wi-Fi, but we had a lot of love thanks to my dad in heavens. In all this warmth and the protected and the caring environment that I was growing in, I realized that I was being coded. I was being taught. I was being taught what is right, what is wrong, what is expected, what is not expected. There was a box that was given to me, and I could grow, I could thrive, but I had a box around me. The only career path that was given to me was that of being a teacher or a professor, because that's the most noble and respected profession, and I have all for it. My mother retired as a principal, so I have all the respect for that profession. But something inside me was telling me, Arti, this is not for you. You are not in it. This is not something you are meant for. As Aristotle said, knowing yourself is the greatest privilege. I started knowing myself from that day. I very unknowingly was reframing myself. I didn't know I was reframing myself. When children of my age were playing with dolls and toys, I had a totally different game. I used to be picking up the spoon as a mic, talking to large audience, a fake speech, imaginary audience. And I used to accept a loud applause, imaginary applause. That used to give me a lot of fulfillment. I would pick up a phone, that landline phones we used to have, that we used to dial. I would pick up that phone and talk and pace my conversation as if I was closing world-changing deals. I was making $1 billion. So Jeff Bezos, if you're listening to me, I started before you. Don't judge me. Einstein said that imagination is more powerful than knowledge. I didn't say that. He said that. I trust him. Now today, as I stand in front of you all, accomplished audience, and when I'm invited for speaker events, and when I do my important calls, I realize I reclaimed her, and I have goosebumps as I say that. I reclaimed her. I reclaimed that 12-year-old girl's dream, her voice, her courage, her quirky confidence. So in life, when you feel boxed up in expectations, when you feel that society is telling you something, this is the norm, or you are caught up in your own self-doubts, think of these R's. Recognize your code, reframe your story, and reclaim your truth. Tonight, when the world goes to sleep, take a moment, pause, breathe, and reflect. One story, one belief, one habit that you have been carrying on for so long, ask yourself, was it coded or was it truly me? And if it is time to change, begin. Begin the quiet inner work to decode yourself, because transformation does not always comes with fireworks. It sometimes comes with stillness, a silence, a smile, and a spoon. And with one single decision of becoming you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.